Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Dynastic and this is going to be part 42 of my early campaign where I'm playing as England. And we are continuing to chug along here. Our war against Spain has started to swing, I would say, in the favor of the Italians, I would say. And the Aragonese, along with the Italians' help, have cleaned up Toulouse. It's now held by the Aragonese and I'm allied with them, so that seems fine as well. So I'm not too concerned with the Spanish. In fact, I'm tempted to... Can I get a ceasefire with these guys? Because I can still use my agents to sort of cause issues with them if I want to, but I can trade with these ports if I could, you know? There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6 ports that I could be trading with. That's a lot, you know. I'm making 24 grand a turn, and that's not enough. I need way more than that. I'm just kidding. I don't. I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty stacked on the cash. But still, you know, making more is better. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on the polls, you know, because they are looking stable, you know. I've been doing what I can to cause issues with them. I have spies in the provinces that I can get my spies inside, although it's a 1 Valor spy. So I am now training my Valor 2 spies here in Scotland. And currently, though, they're going to be used... So my new homeland's objectives is Rhodes. And I'm going to try to take this off the Byzantines without betraying them, because they are my ally. I didn't know that I was going to have to go to war with them in this campaign. And if I can make Rhodes go rebel, then that's... And then I go to war against the rebels, that's fine. I would rather do that than betray the Byzantines, but if I have to, I'll do what I have to for that. How many points is it? 1 point. Yeah, I'll betray the Byzantines for 1 point. Absolutely. Absolutely. So right now I am training cardinals in Wessex, and I'm sending them here, converting the population to good old Catholicism. And then when I have enough Valor 2 spies, I'm going to send them all in at once and try to bypass the border fort that is in there. I did lose like 5 spies in the last episode, all who were Valor 1, and yeah, none of them got inside. So I'm going to be building up again and trying that again. And you know, what's also worth doing is... trying to find, so who's the dude? Lord Caliphates. I wish this took us to where he is by clicking on this like it does for our governors. Lord Caliphates. So let me hunt this man down. Well, I found him. He is here in this stack that is in, where is he? He's in Trebizond. And unfortunately, he's not in charge of his stack. Yeah, he's behind a few other guys. A few of them, in fact, yeah. He's a 2-star. He's a 6-star. So the commander is a 6-star general, and I imagine he's going to be pretty tough to assassinate. Are there border forts here? There isn't, actually. Okay, so that makes that easier. So he potentially could be assassinated, but then... who would it go to? So there are a number of 2-star generals in this stack. Actually, a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So of those 5, it could go to Lord Caliphates. He does have, if I'm looking here, he has the highest valor, if that's what counts first. But if you're just counting as like the tech of troop, then he has like a lower tech troop than the Byzantine infantry. But it might be valor, actually. That might be the thing. Yeah, he might be the head of the stack once we kill Lord Stratiochus. Okay. It's worth a shot. What are you giving to Cyprus? Actually, not much. A lot of acumen, which is good. Okay, so he's giving +10 happiness from the Magnificent Builder trait. There is that. And then, yeah, -3 trad, so that's not helping. You know, he only has 1 point of virtue, which isn't really going to matter much because the zeal is only 27%. I wonder, like, I know, so I've learned in this campaign that Inquisitors do raise zeal in Orthodox factions and maybe even Muslim factions as well. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't really understand how that works, but it makes me wonder, like raising zeal in a province that's governed by a one piety dude seems like that could have an effect. But the problem though is that Rhodes is so small that I'm having trouble fitting people on here, and I would rather use up that space for cardinals and bishops and then like, you know, one spy, because the spy's effects are not cumulative. So I think that that's going to be my strategy for flipping Rhodes. We'll see if it works. If not, I can just invade it. So that's fine too. I have plenty of troops and there's like nothing here. The other issue though is more like the Byzantine Navy. Yeah, so they have a galley here. A fire galley here. A galley. Galleys aren't great. They're pretty low stats, 1, 1, and 2. And then the Dromons are weaker in 0 defense, but they're faster with a speed of 4. It's the fire galleys that are better attacking boats. Attack of 3, speed of 2, defense of 1. But that's still not that good compared to... Well, let me compare that to my... So 312, compare that to my caravels. So they're faster than my caravels. They have the same attack, but they have lower defense than my caravels. Okay. And my cogs are just superior straight up, I imagine. Wait, do I just have caravels here? Here's my cogs. Yeah, 422, better attack. Defense 3, yeah, better defense and same speed. So I'm not too worried about, I mean, they do have boats in the water, but like it's not, like this is a bigger fleet, but it's only 3 galleys and 1 Dromon. Yep, galley Dromon and Dromon. The Dromons are annoying. Because they're fast, they do get away, and they're hard to hunt down, so that is something to consider when going to war against the Byzantines, but also, like, I have so much money that I can survive a war, I guess, with them. The other problem, though, is who are they allied to? A lot. They have a lot of allies. And these are people that could potentially be leaving me, like the Danes and the Italians and the Swiss are the 3 that we share. So they could all potentially leave me for the Byzantines if I do attack them. And before I forget, my heir did just come of age in this turn, I think. Yeah, he's 16 years old and he's looking pretty good. So let's get that man married. So where are my dudes? Dude. Emissary. Find my son a wife. Please and thank you. Is there any Aragonese princesses? No, not yet. Not yet. Italians, maybe? No. Italians, yes, no. Sicilians, not seen any. Let me, there, this helps. There we go, much easier. The French, they would never. There's a Swiss princess. You know who I'm looking for, though. Any Danish women around? Any of them? No? No, oh, yes, yeah, there we go. That's, they always, it's funny. It's like funny how consistently, like they always say yes. Like that's coded in, and I don't know why. I wonder what the historical reason for that, you know, like is there like a thing there? Or, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be like factional. I guess I've only played as I guess when it comes down to it, the only Catholic factions I've played at is the English, the Danes, and the Aragonese. So it's not that wide of a pool. So yeah, maybe there are factions where the Danes will say no to, but I haven't found one yet. Oh, there's another princess in there. Oh, perfect. And I happen to have a emissary right there. Yes. Yes, ask her, and then maybe just ask some other princesses, just in case the Danes say no, but they're not going to. They wouldn't dare. See, what did I tell you? The Danes, they always say yes. And thank God for that, because sometimes it can be pretty difficult to find a wife if there's no Danish princesses around. So now, is it Prince Alfred? Is that his name? He is now married. Wonderful. Love to see it. And I thought there was something else that I wanted to look at. Yes, there's an Italian... I think this is an Italian loyalist party. Yes, it is. So yeah, mounted crossbows, feudal men-at-arms, some Italian infantry, a mangonel, and an archer have spawned here in Castile. And I have a spy there, so I'm going to take some credit for that. Hell yeah. Take that, Spain. They spurned my, my attempts at getting a ceasefire, so that's what they get. Yes, that's what you get, Spain. 3 influence, eh? Yeah, it's not great, is it, Spain? I wonder what your next move is going to be. Spurn me again, I dare you. And I continue to wonder... I don't know, I keep seeing all these messages, of course, for the Inquisitors during the end turn about, how many people they're killing, and the numbers are just like, monstrous, really. And I continue to wonder over and over again, like, if those numbers really mean anything. I don't know if they do. I also now have a daughter who has come of age, and I was looking around for generals that might need help with their loyalty so that maybe I could marry her off. Now, I found this man here, Sir Thomas Scrope, and his loyalty is bad, but what really caught my attention was the fact that he has 7 acumen, which is quite good. And I started looking around at my provinces to see if there was high-earning provinces that needed a better governor. And now we've already looked at Tripoli and Antioch and Flanders, and their governors are fine. The Flanders governor has 6 acumen, which is good. Not as good as Sir Thomas Scrope's 7 acumen, but it's still fine. Flanders is making like 6,000 or 7,000 per turn, whereas I think Antioch's making 10,000 and Tripoli's making 12,000, I think. And then my 4th highest earning province is quite a bit further down than Flanders, but it's actually Northumbria, which caught me by surprise. I'm surprised that it is, wool and saltfish. Is going for a lot of money, I suppose. How much, actually? I forgot how to find out. There we go. So saltfish. Well, how much is that being sold for? So that's... So if wool is 46, so saltfish is 30? Is that what that means? Okay, that's interesting. But I looked at Northumbria's governor, which is down here, and I think is it going to be you? No. You, Lord Roos. 4 acumen. So yes, that could be improved a bit. So let's go ahead and take you out, and then it's going to be you. No, you gaining it. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be stripping this man. Do I have a nearby emissary? I sure do. Perfect. And it's going to be going to you. No, not you. It's going to be going to you. And then let's also just marry him off, just in case. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. That'll raise his loyalty. And the Northumbrian, what does that give, actually? See, the Northumbrian title only gives +1 loyalty, so that's not that much. So it's a good thing that I'm also marrying him off to my daughter, I suppose. No way. No way. I actually sent my assassins, and my 5 assassins all had a 7% chance of killing this 6-star general. And the first one got him. Holy crap, that's crazy. Okay, so I'm curious to see who is going to be the next in command of that stack. Papacy in Poland, having a fight over Serbia, Croatia. I have the highest level of technological excellence. Perfect. Prince of Novgorod has died from an illness. And yeah, we can give that title to that other guy. And the Poles are planning to attack the Swiss. Okay. I don't think the Swiss and the Poles are currently at war with each other, so that's interesting. And yes, so Thomas Scrope has wed my daughter. And we have another son on the way. Perfect. So I do have my second son who's, I think he's like 9 years away from becoming of age, maybe 8 or 9 years old. Or not 8 or 9 years old, but 8 or 9 years away from becoming of age. And then now we have a third one, so that's nice. Okay, it looks like do we have another princess, or is that the one that was coming here to marry that man? It shouldn't be the same. Yeah, okay. And so that gave him 2 points of loyalty, but that's perfect. So let's go ahead and check out Northumbria's. So you're making 2,000. I think you're making 2,700 with the 4 acumen. Oh, it actually gives 3 loyalty. Oh, I missed that. Okay, so that's great. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. So let's bring it down to you. Now loyalty is fine, and Northumbria is making 3,300. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, that's a nice little boost. No freaking way. The Danes are just going and going and going. They have pushed the Poles out of Lithuania. And the Poles pushed the Swiss out of Bavaria. Okay, a little give and take there. Interesting. Alright, and the King of Sicily has been captured and executed. Who are they at war with? Is it the Italians, I think? Is it the Italians? Or is it the papacy? And this is perfect now because Lord Caliphates is now in charge of this stack, which means that my assassins can get him. And even though most of these guys only have a 24% chance of getting him, the guy that got the last assassin, or got the last general, he has a 50% chance of killing Lord Caliphates. So I don't know how much it's going to do here. It really depends on, I'm sending my 5 spies with their 2 points of valor into Rhodes to see if we can make a difference here. And we're at 34% Catholicism, so that's not really that high. In fact, so I was looking around here, and so I've had these bishops. I just needed a place to put them like 100 years ago, and I just put these bishops here in Greece just to kind of it's like a big enough province to kind of put them somewhere. And same thing here with Nicaea here. I think way back in the day I was trying to destabilize Byzantines for some reason. And just to keep an eye on this, like they've been here forever, right? Catholicism is only at 30% here in Greece and 60% here in Nicaea. And the difference is, like, first off, there's no bishops, there's no Orthodox bishops in either province. So what could be the difference? Well, it's the church. There's a church here in Greece. And I think that that's it. I don't think they have any other... The monastery, does that also... What does this do? Monastery... What allows them... The church allows them to train the bishops. What does this do? Spiritual... Let's see. It spreads the faith, increases the loyalty of the population, increases the morale of the troops produced here. Okay. Is that like the building that gives the +2 morale? Kind of like the reliquary for us. So like we have this, it gives +2 morale. And then allows us to build Grand Inquisitors. Is that kind of what the monastery is? Except there's no Inquisitors for the Orthodoxy. In any case, I'm assuming both buildings do increase the Orthodoxy there, and that's probably why we're capped at 30%. Nicaea does not have a church, nor a monastery. Rhodes does have a church. Does it have a monastery? It doesn't. Okay, so we might... That would explain why that and the fact that we have cardinals here. Now, like, I don't know how much they boost Catholicism, like, over bishops. You know, is it 2 times or 3 times the amount of bishops? I don't know. But we are making some progress here on... I mean, we can't fit that many guys here. That's the problem. That's the problem. But if we can get just one of those spies to survive and get in, and he can lower that loyalty by a bit. Yeah, I think they lower it by, is it like 20%, 20% per point of valor or something like that? But I think we're still going to need our cardinals to raise Catholicism to cause some issues here. That or the killing of Lord Caliphates might also make a difference. Oh, I see how it is. Two can play at that game. The Byzantines are attacking my agents with their assassins. And they killed one of my cardinals, which is kind of impressive. I thought that they were, you know, harder to kill because they're a more elite unit. So that's interesting. And it looks like we got Lord Caliphates. Yeah, Edmund Wolfstan, the assassin's now rank 4. Good job, man. And the Poles are being pushed out of Bavaria by the Swiss. Alrighty then. And I just had an idea as well because I saw, looks like my, okay, let's check this out. So my spy got caught. 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn, dude. Seriously? Like all 5, eh? I guess now that I know that there is an assassin, there is a Byzantine assassin in Rhodes. Huh, okay. And this is what I was going to talk about. So there is a Spanish crusade being launched at Valencia. Alright, Baradan's ass. The concept of Baradan's ass, a stubborn creature that, unable to make a choice, starves to death, is a comedic illustration of free will requiring judgment. But Jean Baradan's works of philosophy go far beyond free will. Donkeys and determinism, taking in optics, mechanics, and logic, minus 10% zeal in all French provinces. And we have ourselves another son. Huzzah! King William IV is now a builder, plus 10 happiness. I love it. I'll take it. Plus 1 morale for Sir Geoffrey Eadwulf. Okay, so this crusade could actually cause some issues for the Italians. The Italians are looking a little thin. And luckily there's no knights here, but 3 units of order foot soldiers is impactful for sure. And then yeah, arbalesters, arquebusiers. I'm tempted. So did that come from here? From Algeria? I kind of think it did. And there's only 1 unit of field knights here. Okay, so if I just invade Algeria and I can destroy that chapter house, that crusade goes away, and then because I'm trying to destabilize the Spanish Empire, and so he would lose influence. They would. There's a good chance they would have a civil war on their hands. And the nice thing is that I don't have to assault the castle. I just have to invade the province and the chapter house gets automatically deleted. I'm pretty sure is how that works. So, yeah, I might... Ooh, there's a Spanish boat in the water. Okay. Well, hello, Spanish boat. Zero command stars. Ooh, I got... Oh, look who has 2 command stars. Watch me lose this too. Watch me lose. But yeah, let's try to mess up the So... That's... Ooh, they got another boat too. I see. They're trying to protect their chapter house, those sneaky bastards. They know exactly what I'm trying to do. Alright, so they have a Zero-Star Caravel here in the Gulf of Gabes. So let's send my little fleet of cogs over here. I have another cog. Yeah, you were supposed to be there too. You come on over and let's bully this caravel. He might try to hit my barks. Let's get them out of there. If we get, they're faster, so they should escape that caravel. Any other surprises in the water? Anything else I should be aware of? No, nothing. I usually do check this every turn to see if there's any enemy boats in the water. So I think that I can still get an army to Tunisia, or no, Algeria. Yeah, I reckon I can. And as I was saying, I don't need to take the castle. I can just kind of dip in, dip out, leave. As long as my fleets are intact, I can escape. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are there armies that can reinforce, like, readily? There's this in Morocco. This could react to it. But the Crusade can't, like, you know, go back and defend Algeria. I don't think that's... I mean... The human player can't do that, and I know that AI can do some weird things with their crusades, but I don't think that that's one of them. That would be very disappointing if they could do that. So they could reinforce with this 3-star general. Let's see here. Alright, very honest, moral flexibility, man of principle. Fervent. So yeah, his army is pretty trash. There's also another 3-star general here. Yeah, I'm not too worried about either of them. Nor their army, to be frank. But if they were to bring them in, and could they bring these guys in too? It's just Pavis arbalesters and Pavis crossbows. Like, having those units fighting in the desert that's not good for them. And yeah, they can't send any other armies like via their, navies. They can't, these guys are stuck. They can't get there in one turn, that is. So I think this is an opportunity that I should take to destabilize the Spanish, just because like they still are kind of like a nuisance, despite the fact that I've kind of whooped their ass. They're still here, and they said no to me when I tried to get a ceasefire, so screw them. In the very next turn, the papacy was able to take back Serbia. Alright, I like to see that. And yeah, the Spanish are retreating here in Algeria. Like to see that as well. So we've taken that, and we should have auto-destroyed that building. So yeah, the Italians are retreating here in Cordoba. So the Spanish are only one province away from having a finished crusade or a completed crusade. Although they would have to take the castle. So there is that. But I think we've destroyed that chapter house. I think we should have. Let's see. Ooh, the Poles have taken Venice. Ugh, okay. And we did sink that enemy boat in the Nile coast. And then a fire galley was sunk. This is that Byzantine boat I was showing you. Shouldn't have been over the North Sea. That's no place for a fire galley. No, sir. And Henry Roos has died of old age. And I want to get to the good stuff. Where is the... Ooh, got a fortress in Wales. Check that out. It's really cool. It's a cool build. Just like, it's so huge. And a daughter is on the way. Okay, let's check out Algeria and see how did we do here. Is that Crusade? No, the Crusade's gone. Yeah, we destroyed that building. No, we didn't. The chapter house is still there. Oh, snap. We do have to take the thing. Do we? I'm really confused. There's a Civil War army here in Castile, and I don't see the Crusade here in Cordoba. And where is the king's... He's down to 1 influence. So they have to have lost the Crusade. It's just weird that the chapter house is still here. That wasn't destroyed. I'm so confused. Because there is a civil war. Yeah, like that's it. There's another civil war unit up there. Just 1 feudal sergeant, but still, and then 3 archers have gone rogue up here. So that they're not going to win. Neither of those armies is going to win, but they're just going to be slowing things down. And then I guess these... Did the Crusade just like disband and turn into regular armies? Is that just what happened? Because those are the ordered foot soldiers. So yeah, maybe the Crusade just like turned into... I thought that the chapter house had to get destroyed though. Man, there's nothing in Tunisia. And then what about out here? Is there anything happening? Oh yeah, cool. Sweet. So yeah, this army has gone civil war, and what are we looking at here? Can they win? Probably not. I think that these... Yeah, they're just outnumbered, I think. And then here, what about here? Can they win in Arabia? Oh, this is looking more even. Yeah, this one's kind of close, but I think the 4-star general for the Spanish might take that one. And then what do we have here? Just a unit of Pavis crossbows? Yeah, that's going to be it. But yeah, causing issues for the Spanish. That's what I'm here for. But it seems like they might be able to hang on to Cordoba, really. 2 full stacks there? Like, goddamn. Yeah, I don't know if the Italians can push back against that. So I don't know if that civil war was enough, really. Should I do more stuff here? I don't know. There's only one unit in Morocco. I didn't bring siege equipment because I wasn't planning on sieging stuff. I could just bring stuff. I do have I have some demi-culverins and I have bombards here as well. Like, bombards aren't great, but they can get through castle walls, so yeah, I could get in and just like mess them up a little bit. Just kind of destroy their stuff. Yeah, it's hard to say. Now that I'm thinking that there's probably an assassin here in Rhodes, well, there is an assassin in Rhodes because he killed one of my cardinals. And in addition to that, looking at their buildings, so they have an alehouse and they have a brothel, so they might have some spies here as well. And the fact that the Byzantines don't have any solid trade lines or shipping lines connecting Rhodes to their mainland provinces, whatever's on this island might just be stuck on this island. So, you know, whereas in other places, you know, spies and assassins could move around a bit more. Here, they're just going to be here, so I don't know if it's any point in me continuing to send spies to their deaths here in Rhodes. I can continue to try to flip them using my cardinals, but I kind of doubt that's going to be possible. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to go in there with my military and do it that way, is my thinking. Now, I was looking at my assassins and thinking that there could be an opportunity here. I was looking at the Poles, and the Poles have themselves one of their sons, their heir, Prince Mieszko, is here in Venice. And Venice, I don't know what it is, but Venice never has border forts, and they're attacking the Poles, or the papacy here, and a chance to kill, I don't know how many. How old is the king? The king is 35, so he's quite young. In fact, so the fact that he's 35 would tell me that Prince Mieszko is probably one of his younger brothers. Yep, that's probably what that means. Now, still, a chance to kill a Polish prince could be kind of nice because, yeah, if they don't have any princes, I wonder, because the king could die in battle. I mean, they're fighting all over the place. And I'm not seeing any other princes right now. Oh, there's one. There's one in Bohemia. Is there any border forts here? Yeah, there's a border fort here in Bohemia. Alright, so it might be kind of tough to get to him. And are the Danes holding on to Lithuania? They are. That's crazy. Yeah, good for them. Gosh, Novgorod's like, come on, Russians, do something. Do something. The Danes are giving you an opportunity here. Take it. Seize it. And for me, I think, I mean, with 3 stacks here, I'm not going to do much. But I can still bring a spy down. Just in case these stacks like push on into like papal territory. Are the Poles like, at war against the Italians? They are not. That's like one of the only factions they're not at war with. And they're allied to the Spanish. Of course they are. They would be. Those scoundrels. Alright, let's get these assassins back to Constantinople, and then I can move them over to Venice after that. And I'll see if I can pick off myself a Polish prince. And also, I'm going to see if I can send down, I got a couple of 2 valorous spies here. Let's send them down to Venice and see if I can cause some issues. Probably not now, but when they leave and just like leave a token garrison behind, maybe I can cause a loyalist rebellion for the papacy. Who knows? We'll find out. And I've decided just to leave Algeria behind. This is just a sideshow for me. I just wanted to destroy that chapter house and mission accomplished. That's fine. Let's go back to Antioch and make sure Antioch is safe. And we will let the Spanish deal with their civil war. And we'll see if the Italians can, you know, make some headway there. If not, that's fine too. I think we're going to be A-okay. So let's go ahead and drop a save. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let's come down here and kill ourselves a caravel. Ooh, 1 star, eh? Well, I have 3 1-star cogs, so woohoo for you. And these guys are, yeah, 3 command stars. Good job, guys. Good job, lads. And let's come over. Just make sure that there's no other sneaky boats hiding in the water. No, there's not. All right, we're good. Dust drop save. Let's keep moving on. I'm having some pretty good tempo in this campaign, so I don't really want to get bogged down fighting a siege battle for Algeria. I guess nah, let's not do that for now. I'm going to have to, you know, fight for... Oh, the Danes are going after Saxony now? Golly. Yeah, I'm going to have to fight a little siege battle for Rhodes relatively soon, so it's coming. We'll get some cannons here soonish. Maybe not this episode, but maybe next time. All right, and I keep losing... yeah, I keep losing agents here in Denmark to enemy assassins or other factions assassins. We don't know who they are. Probably Danes. And yeah, I gave Algeria back. Didn't lose it. I gave it back. And the Spanish are going to be retreating here from Portugal. Okay, good job. The Poles are going to be retreating from Tuscany. Okie dokie. And same thing here in the Papal States. No fucking way. How the hell? I had 3 cogs and our star rating was the same. They had 1 caravel. That is insane. Oh my god. Those cogs take 4 turns apiece to build. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, see? Like, that's why I only attack when it's overwhelmingly in my favor, and that should, you know, you would think that that's, like, overwhelming, but, like, apparently not. God damn. Alright, so all previous excommunications have been declared null and void. Good, so the Italians are no longer excommunicated, and the Byzantine Emperor has died from an illness. Yes, okay. Oh, and sure. So the Italians were able to clean up that, you know, caravel that I lost 3 cogs to. But they had to wait until after I lost my cogs. Like, they couldn't join in the same fight. Like, what the hell? We're allies. That's so janky, actually. That really is janky. Like, why was my combat against the Spanish separated from my allies? The Italians' combat with the Spanish also, hold the fuck on. What do they have? Oh, I can't even see their fucking boats because I'm not in there. Okay, yeah, I doubt their boats are better than my boats. We'll see. If I can get eyes on them, we'll see what they have, but yeah, I freaking doubt it. Alright, do I have more cogs on the way? I better. Did I just stop building them? Yeah, I think I stopped building them because I was like, yeah, I don't need this many cogs. I'm like, yep, nope, I kind of do. All right, let's get these cogs down to here. Now move them over. I don't need cogs everywhere. I just want cogs in my deep sea region areas so that I can kind of like go out and help defend the coastal areas. I'm just going to hold the coastal areas with my barks while my caravels and cogs can patrol the deep sea regions. And that is going to be it for the Sicilians. Yeah, the king has died and his forces have degenerated into minor factions. So that's going to be it for them. And the Spanish are planning to attack the Aragonese. Okay, all right, well, I'm curious to see how that's going to go for them. Now we can take a peek and see what the Italians had when they beat that caravel here. Oh, in fact, there's a bark. All right, let's kill that bark. It just has popped up here. And so the Italians had this 3-star fire galley. Okay. And then I'm assuming these boats were there as well. And that's going to be a 2-star galley and then a couple more fire galleys. So 3 fire galleys, a galley, and then including like a 3-star unit as well. Like that. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess that explains how they were able to beat a caravel that destroyed my like it's still a little... You know, it's on the edge, but anyway. So I have a 2-star bark here, and the Spanish have a 0-star bark, so we should win. I did win that same exact fight over here in the Nile coast, so Hopefully we get the same true result. And how about that? The Polish have been excommunicated. Perfect. Yeah, let's see them keep their empire stable now. And the Danes are just continuing to give them problems too. I mean, I'm looking at that mini-map up in the top of the map here. And, yeah, there's some Danish territory up there. Oh, we have a lot of suns coming on our way. Yeah, good to see it. Love it. And, yeah, looking up here. So the Danes, they do own Saxony, Pomerania, Prussia, and Lithuania. Hot damn. Go Danes. Man, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Yeah, and the Swiss have taken back Bavaria as well. The papacy is kind of in a pinch. Yeah, they're getting pushed back. Looks like a lot of their Polish power has been aimed towards the papacy. In fact, I kind of forgot. I had to move my assassins through papal territory because this is the only way I could get them to Venice, and I sort of forgot the last turn to move them. So let's keep them on their merry way. Is there still a prince for us to kill here? There is, yes. Evil. We can get him. We'll get him. Now I can finally train mounted sergeants here in Odessa, and this is a unit that I was sort of thinking that I was going to stay away from while playing as the English, just because they're a unit that every single Catholic faction has access to, so they're not unique at all, and the Hoplars kind of are unique. You know, the Hoplars are accessible to the English and the French, I believe, and even though they're not like a great light cav unit, they are available from a tier 1 building, and, you know, they do their job as light cav. However, I've found out in this campaign, you know, using the Hoplars, trying to use them, especially out here in the desert, and the problem is this, is that I thought that Feudal Knights armor was going to be light enough so that they could be used in the desert without having any issues with fatigue from the sun. That has not been the case. They will fatigue just straight up standing still, not doing anything, and they can become very exhausted, and rather quickly too, in my experience. So I think that, you know, going forward, to know with this information now, for future campaigns playing as the Catholics, and I'm sure that a lot of you already knew this, but mounted sergeants are probably the best, like, cavalry unit for the Catholic factions. They are kind of like an all-rounder unit. They aren't as fast as the Hoplars. And they're not as, you know, well armored as the Feudal Knights. Now they're the same speed as the Feudal Knights, which is a little bit deceiving. You might think like, oh, what's the purpose then? But because they have that lighter armor, and I think that their other stat, like I think their charge might be the same as the Feudal Knights. I think they have a good charge bonus, I think. Yeah, it says it right there, irresistible charge. But maybe their attack stats aren't as good as the Feudal Knights. But anyway, it's serviceable. As it's a serviceable medium cav unit that, because it has a lighter armor than the Feudal Knights, but then I'm assuming heavier, like a little heavier than the Hoplars, that it does serve that function of a unit that can charge home, do some damage, but not fully fatigue, at least not as quickly as the Feudal Sergeants. Now, this is all just theoretical, like in my head. I haven't used them yet in the desert. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe playing as like another faction, probably, maybe. But I haven't like fully, like in this campaign, I've really been able to compare, you know, Hoplars versus, you know, Feudal Knights and kind of see how they perform. And I'm assuming that mounted sergeants, I'm assuming their role then as a Catholic faction is using them, you know, on Crusade in the Levant. So I'm going to be getting these guys going. I spent all of that time getting Odessa geared out so that it can train Royal Knights and then Feudal Knights. And now I'm just like, nope, I should have just got mounted sergeants. They're the unit that I need for this terrain. So I don't know if I'm going to be fighting more in this part of the map, but just in case I do, here they are. So these cavalry are more lightly equipped compared to knights, but they are fast, and their heavy lances can be devastating when charging opponents. They are best used to charge home to an enemy flank or rear, preferably, to cause maximum casualties. Their speed can help them disengage and evade pursuit. So that's going to be the idea with them. 175 to train compared to the 125 for the Hoplars, and support cost of 40 and support cost of 50. So a little bit more support cost as well. But yeah, much cheaper. Yeah, half the support cost of the feudal knight, and yeah, like a third of the training cost as well. So yeah, those should have been the guys I was going for from the beginning, but now I know. Yeah, going into my future campaigns, mounted sergeants in the desert all the way. Now the Italian Crusade is going through Flanders. That is super annoying. Oh man, I liked it better when the Italians were excommunicated. Not just kidding. So yes, we will of course allow them. They're headed to Serbia. Okay, all right, that's fine. I will allow it to pass. And the papacy took Croatia. Apparently, it was just like the Pope himself just did it. That's cool. That's pretty badass. And the Polish are also going to be retreating from Venice. How about that? How about that? Yes. All right. And I want to see. Okay, my spy got caught in Cyrenaica. Interesting. Reliquary finished here at Antioch for that +2 morale for any units trained there. And yes, the Italian Crusade marching to Serbia, or sailing. It's sailing, actually. And I don't see it getting past all of that. That's for goddamn sure. And I did wed my daughter to Sir John Wolfstan, which is the 2-star general that is down here in Palestine. I think he needed it. He was feeling a little low. There's only 3 loyalty on him, which is, it's borderline. It's borderline. -2 morale. Don't like that. -10 health. I don't like that either. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't see this being a successful crusade if things stay the way they are. Which would mean, I would assume the Poles would just like push and attack Croatia. And I wonder if the papacy can hold here in Venice. That would be nice, actually. If they could achieve that. In fact, let's bring my assassins up. Because I keep forgetting to move them. So let's go here, 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 and here. Yeah, there's no border fort here. And what do they have? Yeah, since they're taking my units, they have freaking longbowmen and order foot soldiers and feudal knights and knights hospitaller. Oh, that's cool. 2-star general. Nice. Looks pretty badass. Yep, Billman. I wonder where they got that from. Yeah, it's very, very cool, guys. Good job taking all my freaking units. Oh, that's brutal. It's brutal shit. So, they better not attack me. Oh yeah, we're still at war with the French. They're still here, that's right. So the French could take this opportunity, actually. Yeah. Ugh, shit. Okay. So I had kept 4 armies apiece in Aquitaine and Anjou because of that large Spanish force. But now I should probably transfer over maybe a stack apiece into Normandy, just to sort of back it up, and I can hold Flanders with a, I don't know, kind of a skeleton crew. Because I have a feeling this crusade's just going to end up back in Flanders. It's going to have to retreat from Serbia. Sure enough, here we are in the very next turn, and did the Italians leave Flanders? No, they did not. No, and my guys are losing more men. Oh, that is so frustrating. Yep. Well, it looks like there might have been a fight, actually. Yeah, these guys are very banged up. Ooh, was there a fight? Yeah, these guys are banged up too. So maybe there was a fight, but they still lost. Yeah, the Polish forces in Serbia look very weak. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. What's happening? What's happening? There's a civil war happening. Holy shit. Oh, perfect. Danes, did you guys do this? I don't know if I did this. I don't know. I haven't really been that active with my agents in the last 2 episodes, so yeah, that's pretty sick. So Bulgaria has been rebel for some time, so that's not new. But that's a trebuchet crew. They went civil war, and armored spear. Okay, it's just 1 unit there. Muscovy, so they lost the entire province of Muscovy. That's pretty dope. And they've lost the entire province of Chernigov and Pereslaval as well. Hell to the yeah. The Danes still have Lithuania. It's hard to tell sometimes what units belong to who. So yeah, the Poles lost Poland. Here there's an Arbalester rebellion and a small little pocket of troops here that's probably... Ooh, actually, shit. Oh. I think these guys can win. I think they can actually take Silesia. They have a 1-star general, and this is all just javelins and woodsmen and crossbows. Like, hell yeah. I think so. Yeah, and the Danes have taken Brandenburg as well. Oh my god. That's gonna fall in 2 turns. And the Poles have nothing around that can support this. So yeah, the Danes are gonna take Brandenburg. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, the Poles still have a large concentration around like Austria, Hungary. But yeah, I mean, their eastern areas kind of got split. A little bit. I mean, they still have, Khazar and Volga, Bulgaria and Ryazan. Yeah, they got stuff. They got Moldavia, Bohemia. Well, that's very cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. So... that's worth keeping an eye on, because if there's opportunities... Wait, do I not have a spy in Poland? I thought I had a spy in Poland. There's no border fort here. There's a border fort there, How do I get a spy into Poland? Through Moldavia? I feel like I had a spy there before. Maybe someone had built a border fort in one of these neighboring provinces since then. Because I could have swore that I had one there. Yeah, I'll also keep my eye out though, because if there's an opportunity to get a spy in, like I have 2 in Khazar. Volga, Bulgaria as well. Ryazan doesn't have one. Muscovy. Yeah, we'll have to see, because after these conflicts or these engagements have happened, some buildings may have been destroyed that I could possibly take advantage of, including with my assassins as well. Now Prince Edmund has come of age, so this is going to be my 2nd son, and it looks like he's god-awful, just by what I'm seeing right there. 0 stars? Yeah, it's not... Oh, no. His stars are being hidden. Okay, I think he's fine. I think he might be fine here. So weak principles, so that does not matter because you cannot bribe princes. And then great warrior, so that's quite good, of course. Alright, what kind of man are you? 5-star generals, not freaking bad. 4 acumen. How's my influence? Yeah, influence is solid. Yeah, not bad. Let's get him married. Let's find him a wife. Oh, Danes. I know you guys have a princess somewhere. And this is exactly what I want to be seeing right here. The glorious achievements for the Poles have been decimated. Their homelands is down just to 3. Their stand fast goal, which is to hold Smolensk, Lithuania, Chernigov, Kiev, and Volhynia, is just down to those 3 provinces. And conquest as well, because they get a point per province, and since they've lost a lot of provinces, that's a lot of points. Now, the counting period is not till the year 1350, so there is still 14 years for them to turn things around. So hopefully it that doesn't happen. Yeah, they could. There are sometimes some pretty quick bounce backs by AI factions, but we will have to see. The Danes are really pressing; they really are. So. There is that, and the Italians seem like their crusade may succeed here. This is going to fall in this turn, so unless the Poles do relieve it from Croatia, then the Italians are going to be owning Serbia, and they will have successfully completed their crusade objectives. The Italian Empire is just bonkers right now. They have this like inland empire right here that has no coastal regions except for Friesland, which is weird. And then Then they have the islands, including Sicily and Malta. They have Naples, which is, yes, weird. And then they have like parts of Iberia, Navarre, Valencia, Cordoba, Granada. They have Algeria now. They did have Tunisia at one point. Like, it's just such a weird empire, but I love it. I love seeing this. And I love seeing the Poles taken down without me having to lift a finger, which is very comforting indeed. But we will have to see if they are able to turn things around before the Countine period in the year 1350. So that's all. Going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Kana playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.